Welcome back to Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition. We are back in town. We've done some inventory management.
Yeah, there isn't to be found on the lighthouse.
Equipment, that's the word. I knew it was an E word. But let's see what's going on over here.
Lieutenant, so you'll send us home as promised, yes? So I will. The fact to volunteer stands, and you have earned your ticket home.
Alright, well. Hey, Selenia.
Well, look what the cat dragged in. Good to see you. My brave troops were just telling me how they proudly vanquished the undead near the lighthouse. Did you get to witness my valiant soldiers in action?
Do not, I swear for the love of God, do not flub this for me, Leo. Let these poor people go home. But yeah, I'm back. I took a teeny break, got some stuff under control, made some tea, had my lunch. You can't leave home, you may as well be comfortable. So, you've got quite a pair of heroes.
Excuse me? We are talking about the same heroes here, right?
Leo, why you gotta do me dirty like this, Leo?
You should be ashamed of yourself letting those slackers reap a reward they haven't earned.
Let them go home. This place sucks. This place sucks and you know it, man. I win. I'm the best.
No, we'll do as I say.
Yes, I bet legionnaires can impress even source hunters. Now, as for my two braves here, you shall prepare to leave Sicil post-haste. You're going home, as is your just reward.
Oh, sorry, I just want to make sure that my audio is working properly. And yes, it is, so...
Thank you, Lieutenant. All in the day's work.
Thank heavens. Okay, let's get these out of here. Why? Oh yeah, we've got a couple other things we gotta deal with. Oh boy, and there goes my mouse. There it is. So we're gonna do a couple things, mostly like little housekeeping things. But we completed one of Selenia's quests. No, I'm almost wondering if I can get... I can go grab our magician friend. Let's actually go try and see if we can recruit him. I've already talked to him before, so I'm just kind of gonna skip through his conversation. And I turned the audio down, the game audio down a teeny bit, so maybe that'll help with my cheapo microphone. Eventually I'll get a new one. Eventually. Let's see. Hey, Jihan, you wanna come on an adventure? Come on, buddy.
The Source Hunter. Have you come to your why? Simply because you hunt now. This is a sentiment on one condition.
There will be no deals.
You speak before you...
Oh, simple...
Leo, you gotta do me dirty like this, sweet pea. Why do you do this to me? Why do you hate me? What did I ever do to you, apart from create you? And give you the AI personality that makes you do that? Okay. So we're gonna do a couple things. First, we're gonna talk to this lady here. Hey,
These
Bertha.
damn birds won't fetch
Bertha.
more than a pit. Source hunters, eh? All right, proper. We're finally getting a hand. Things is chaos. If you've got a favourite sheep, best to fry her up now before she gets thieved in the night like me dear plump Ogget, the finest in me herd. Now that the herd's gone, old Birchie's just scratching by like a hen till the next batch of beasties comes through.
What happened to your herd?
I recently sold most of the tender loves to a trader heading north. Plenty of business that way these days. Those miners must be preparing for a mighty great feast. Wish I could have a nibble on my dear darlings, all ground and spiced.
You know, lady, are you a shepherd who only ever thinks of eating your animals? Because that's a little weird. Just saying that. So tell me about your missing sheep.
Yes. Oh, Ogget's been missing for more than a fortnight. I love that sheep, you know. Was planning to cook her into a fine midwinter night haggis myself. Do tell me if you hear anything about her. I plan on pursuing whoever stole her with my cleaver in hand.
Okay, well, thank you, Bertia, for telling me all about that. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do, that we haven't gone into yet, we're gonna go check out the healer's home. I'm gonna go talk to Master Felleron.
Which of you is more deserving of life? Come, make your case.
Agent inside. Yes, sir, could you sit down so I may talk to you? Or, what are you doing? I want to talk to you.
But if one were to reduce the quantity of skull dust by a percentage of 2, perhaps the stability could be increased by as much as 3-fold.
Oh, a source hunter. Imagine that. Quite a bit more petite than the last of your kind I encountered, aren't you? Yes, by nearly 20 centimeters of tibia, as my memory serves.
That is oddly specific. Don't call me short.
Anybody?
No matter. Even if it couldn't spare its heartiest specimen, I'm sure the Order sent the individual with the next highest probability of success. Huh?
You, sir, are very rude.
Me? Why, I'm more than a little surprised you haven't heard of me. Perhaps I can jog your memory. It was I who cured the Duchess of Arata of her unslakable thirst. A simple pinch of Atropa belladonna in her morning tea. I who discovered that aging itself can be halted by a single application of cicuta douglasii on the tongue. Not to mention that it's been my guidance that has permitted my apprentice Evelyn to make quite a name for herself around Sicile of late.
Just a second.
Neither of you cares to plead for his very existence. So, which of you is more deserving of life? Come, make your case.
Sorry, I thought somebody was knocking on my door. It's just, my neighbors are doing something.
So, which of you is more deserving of life? Come, make your case.
Okay, let's see. Your apprentice has enjoyed some success, my friend?
Yes. If that's how we're referring to the secretive use of a revolutionary healing method she refuses to share with her own master. She's in the other room as we speak. Perhaps you can prevail upon her to offer a demonstration.
Can you elaborate?
She's gotten hold of a stone, supposedly capable of fantastic feats of healing, but she won't let me take the briefest look at it.
Well, that's not suspicious.
But she claims to have gotten the relic from a little northern town, Silverglen by name, and that an abbot there blessed it with the power to heal. Utter rubbish, I say. But with these blasted undead haunting the travel routes, I can hardly march up to Silverglen to learn the truth myself.
Tell me a little bit more about your apprentice.
Well, she certainly possesses a critical eye and an exacting manner when it comes to making difficult medical decisions. I expect she'll be a very successful healer in her own right when the time comes. She is learning from the best, after all.
What about stuff going on around Sicile?
Certainly. What would you like to know?
What do you know about the murder?
The counsellor. Terrible loss, that. Though we were hardly more than acquaintances, I knew him to be a devoted civil servant. From what I can tell, it seems to be a simple case of jealousy turned violent. The affairs of his wife, Esmeralda, were hardly a secret, you know.
What about the undead?
I've applied myself to that problem for 2 years and still haven't come a step closer to solving it. I declare it an act of the Almighty's, if I believed in such things. Some events, Source Hunter, can be neither controlled nor understood by mere men.
Well, that's good to know. What have you got? Nada. Oh, merciful gods. We're just dying.
Anybody?
That.
Neither of you cares
Thank
to plead
you.
for his very existence.
I need that. well.
A mysterious healing stone? Interesting indeed.
Nothing sets me on edge like inexplicable magic.
Oh, Medora, what have you got to tell me, sweetie?
That relic of Evelyn's the so-called healing crystal. I've seen one like it before, and by the Patriarch's pockets. It's a relic of source. One look at that gem will be enough to convince me it's no force of good, but a bloodstone through and through.
So, I would like to know more about a bloodstone, because we've heard somebody talk about a bloodstone before. What can you tell us, Medora?
I've come across such a stone before. It may be capable of healing, as the good doctor describes, but its origins are as dark as midnight.
Leo, I appreciate that you're with me on this.
Bloodstone is so named for a reason, you see. What starts as a pretty gem is corrupted by sick sorcerers who infuse it with the blood of the slain. If that stone is what I suspect, I wouldn't trust Cecil's so-called healers any more than I'd trust a pyromancer on a wooden boat.
Good to know. Also, most boats are made of wood. Uh-oh. Where's my mouse? Okay, there we go. Also, if we head out back here, this is just a backyard. Steal his stuff. Because I am a pillar of the community. I still can't talk to animals, so... it's next level. Next level will do that. Okay, well. Let's head on back through this door here.
Excuse me? This
Hello.
is a private sick room. Who in the name of the Sevens you think you are barging in here? Out, I say, right this instant. I'm sorry. It's this task. I'm just... Who am I to meddle with life and death this way?
I don't know, a doctor?
I'm an apprentice of the healing arts. Healing. But this decision feels like precisely the opposite. I have but one healing stone, you see, and two direly wounded men who need it.
Yeah, things are a little louder with the airport nearby. No more windows in this room, except for sound.
I've been racking my brain trying to decide on the best method to settle this grave situation, but perhaps it's better off in the hands of an esteemed source hunter. Surely you are more accustomed to weighing life and death than I.
Yes, I am the chosen one. Tell me more about your patients.
What would you like to know?
Of course.
One of the brave few willing to traverse the trade routes plagued by the undead. A young man, but excellent in matters of business, before he fell victim to an orcish club in the north, that is. Thankfully for him, a cattle trader found him, nearly dead, but not quite so, and brought him here straight away.
Tell me about Stephen.
Quite the venerable staple of Cecil, Stephen, and recently blessed with his third grandchild. He was leading a crew of builders when a stray beam struck him in the temple, and only a few days shy of his last day of work before retirement, no less. Nearly everyone in Cecil is familiar with grinning Stephen, and, as you can imagine, he's quite dear to his family.
Well, tell me about your magic rock.
Yes, a curious relic indeed. I got it from a kindly abbot, Loic by name, in the northern town of Silver Glen. He is of a certain faith, the Immaculates, they call themselves, that espouses the belief that certain stones can heal wounded flesh. I myself was nothing if not skeptical of his claims, but something happened as he handed me the stone. A small cut on my finger instantly healed, leaving no trace of the wound. Needless to say, I was astounded. But it's strange. The stone is only good for a single use at a time before it reverts to a useless, inert state. It takes time to regain its magical properties, and I guard it cautiously.
Alright, well, let's make a choice.
You are? I thank you a million times for your help. Who have you decided should receive the healing stone?
Now, logically, and if it were just me making this decision, I'd save the younger guy. But based on the kind of traits we're sort of cultivating for Dany, we're gonna go with the older gentleman. And I know Leo's gonna immediately disagree with me. Okay, Leo, I am ready for you. Let's do this.
Boris has an entire life ahead of him. We're giving him 40, 50 more years, while Stephen only has half as many left to him.
I mean, imagine the joy on his wife's face, dude.
Boris is nearly our own age. Imagine being cut down now in the prime of your life.
You've already died like 3 times, dude. Just pointing that out. So... I'm just gonna skip this one. We've got things to do, other things to do with our lives. There's something stuck on my keyboard. I win.
No, we'll do as I say.
Stephen, it is. Yes, I'll deliver the stone. I'm glad we'll get to save one man, but my heart breaks for the other.
Yeah. So, ironically enough...
No, this is highly unfair.
Oh.
What is this? It's lightning.
Oh, cool.
I feel no pleasure in bidding you farewell, friend.
Yeah, so, fun fact, fun side note. If you save Boris and leave Stephen to die, Stephen is, you know, pretty accepting. He's pretty chill. But if you save Stephen and Boris leaves to die, Boris is impressively vindictive and just a jerk about the whole thing. Dude, nobody likes to make decisions like that, least of all me. But hey, check it out, we got some new thing going on at the end of time. So we're gonna pop back to the homestead, check it out.
Welcome back, source hunters. I've been eagerly expecting you. You found another starstone, haven't you? Go on, ask me how I know.
Well, I don't know, Zaxi, how?
Ah, mere child's play when you know what to look for, and luckily, I do. Do you remember when you first arrived on this plane? When the dormant portal that led us to this hall sprang to life? It's happened again, my friend. Another portal has reignited. The end of time is growing by the stone. It's all connected somehow. You, this place, the void, the stones. Soon we'll have unraveled the whole truth. Oh, how I do love a good mystery.
What'd you find, buddy?
You don't imagine that I'd presume to explore it before you? No. That would be most unmannerly. And not to mention, well,
What is it?
Oh, I'm sure it's nothing. It's just that beyond the portal, I sense a presence that I can't quite account for. It is at once powerful and faint. Perhaps only a shadow, perhaps more. But this is only speculation, of course. Come, let me show you the way. Once you're through, you'll be able to report exactly what we're dealing with.
Okay, so, we'll just head on down through the corridor here. See what Zigzags is on about. Alright, so we're gonna go to the Hall of Heroes. Look at this beautiful green place. Go back to me and Dany. Alright.
What an impressive room.
So it is. A hall fit for kings.
So from now on, when I dismiss companions, they're going to show up in here. I can come back and recruit people, swap out my party. But hey, there's a green lady over here. Hello, madam.
You. It cannot be you. But it can only be you. The Guardians. Those I deceived. Those that deserted me. But oh, how weak you have become. as weak as you used to be strong. Look about you. You used to lead, and now you follow, ignorant of your faults and ignorant of your fate. That it has come to this. Woe to the world that it has come to this. He won't believe me, the fiend.
Well,
But they have come, as I prayed they would. Could they...
Oh, well, okay, bye, Astarte. You have a nice day. And we can actually have a look around here and find some cool stuff. So, what? There's an arrow in that bookcase. Nothing in that one. There's an ancient diary here. My friend and ally, the war has been won. Our victory is now inevitable. A fact, a certainty. One might say these last battles we wage are therefore pointless conflicts. But if the enemy won't relent, then so be it. Truth be told, I relish in their stubbornness. Give me bloody combat. Give me the thrill of the front line. I shall be the first to break their ranks and the last to leave the battlefield. But you've been absent lately. It goes without saying I prefer to see you by my side. We shall meet again at the funeral, I suppose. Until then, I bid you adieu. There's another one around here somewhere. Oh yeah, like all the forks at the end of time and things. Here's the other ancient diary over here. My fellow general, in victory life has taken an unreal turn. Everywhere I go, it seems, I am revered not unlike a god. People feel graced when I look them in the eye, considering it a blessing. Children try to touch my hand or sleeve, believing it will bring them good luck. The absurdity of it all is staggering. Above all, I wish I had more time to myself. Some much-needed peace of mind, now that peace is finally in sight. Peace of mind. The closing of the coffin was seared into my sight. The dull thud of stone on stone echoes still. You may relish in combat still, but I have lost all appetite for carnage. So this is sort of an ongoing thing. We're going to unlock more of these entries as we go through the, as we unlock more of the homestead, more rooms. So, okay. I know there's a thing around here somewhere. Oh yeah, you can, I think, hire mercenaries with this guy, like custom companions that aren't Medora or Jehan or whoever else you happen to come across. Oh hey, ancient letter. What does it say? Esteemed generals, all of Rivellon thanks you. All of Rivellon is in your debt. Gods and kings bow before you both, and it is right and proper that they do so. Even they had thought all was lost, that the world was to meet its end, but you turned the tide. Many have fallen, so very, very many. And I know you suffered a great personal loss as well. Know, generals, that I sympathize deeply. So let us meet in the Hall of Heroes, both to celebrate and to remember, to honor the living and to honor the dead. Signed, Henry, son of William, righteous king of Fell. Alright, so... mystery begins. Woo. There's supposed to be like a friggin' axe or something around here. I don't know where. There's a chest with money in it. I like money. There is supposed to be a thing. There's supposed to be a weapon here somewhere. I don't remember where. It's supposed to be around here somewhere. Come on.
I've spotted something.
Ah, there it is. Hanneman's axe.
The 7 grant abundance!
And this is gonna go straight to Leo. He's just gonna hold on to that for a while. He can't really use it yet. But this is all heroes. This is where our companions will go from now on. We're gonna just mosey on back to the homestead
Who do you
hall.
think that creature in there was?
I haven't the foggiest. But the eerie bit is that she seemed to know us.
Okay, so I think we can talk to Zigzags and he'll have something to say about it. Maybe.
Good to see you on the shelter plane. A home away from home, is it not? Most certainly.
Tell me about the Great Banquet Room.
Ah, yes. the Hall of Heroes. Once upon a time, great feasts were held there in honor of heroes graced by the gods themselves. In that room, mortals and immortals dined side by side. I can't think of a better place to gather new heroes, should you come across such rarities, so that when needed, they can serve you in your quest against the void.
What about the lady we met beyond the portal?
Like you, she is a mystery. But she seems to know you, doesn't she? Perhaps you'll meet her again and we'll learn more about her and about you.
Alright, so
I wonder,
since we checked that out, we can go ahead and head back to town. Just hanging around, doing cool things. Okay, neat. So we've got a couple things we can do around here. Whoops. What's that? Don't need that. So we're gonna do the one thing I hate doing the most in this initial thing. We're gonna go ahead and get the other teleporter pyramid, because that's something we're gonna need. I believe is in Leo's inventory, where the original is. Excuse me. Yeah, it's gonna take us a while. So we're actually gonna send this to Dany. She is the persuasive one. Okay. And 1, 2.
My gods! What is going on here?
Oh no.
First I have to shoo away a creeping white tomcat, and now there's a perfect stranger in my bathroom. Get out, will you?
Well, there's a lady in the back there. You can't really see her. Well. So I'm just gonna what a story we'll have to tell, huh? We're doomed. She's gonna win, regardless of what we do. Scissors? Oh. I did scissors for paper. Just gonna do rock, paper. Rock? Oh, nope. This is where we die. This is where we die. Yep. Oh no. Oh, sorry.
Little mix-up indeed. I don't know what you and that horrible little imp are planning, but leave my bathroom out of it.
Sorry, ma'am. We're just gonna pick this up.
Sigurd's beard, what
no,
a find!
If you please. This room is private.
That would have gone a lot better if Dany had been talking, but, well, we have teleporter pyramids now, and I don't have to deal with that lady anymore. Thank you, Cecilia. Sorry about that. Okay. So, I'm trying to think what else we can do here. We can do some more murder investigating, I guess. So, pretty sure I picked up a key to Esmeralda's when we were looking around her room before. So we can maybe sneak in this back door. Oh dear, this door was left open. Oh. Oops. Gonna close that.
Well, you certainly are my hero. The rock upon
That's
which I may
strange.
rest my weary soul in these trying and troubled times.
Never fear, Melody. As long as I'm around, no hair on your haven head shall be harmed.
Assure me, dear Septimus, that you haven't been fighting those awful orcs. I can't bear to imagine something would happen to you.
Oh, but don't you worry, Mary. We Legionnaires are highly trained soldiers who fear neither orc nor demon.
Oh, but what if you were to be ambushed, caught unawares? Oh, catch me, for I might faint.
Oh. Oh, mercy. This is,
Would your wife or sweetheart
certainly not,
should tragedy befall you on the
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how
Esmeralda
edgy
has
and
interesting
dangerous you've
taste
become.
in literature.
yeah, just a little bit, that was
If only
terrifying.
the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
Quiet, narrator. She can't see me, so of course I'm gonna rob her. Why wouldn't I? We'll take it.
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see
There's
how
an arrow, that's
edgy
nice.
and dangerous you've become.
What's that? Oh, an in-chest key, that's new. Take that. Take the gold.
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
That narrator likes to give me some serious sass. You know? I'm not the one who made stealing a mechanic in this game. Larian. That one doesn't count as stealing when you pop it open. Oh, I guess I can't pick the lock on that one. Okay, let's head downstairs. Steal everything. Oh, hey, look, a button. That's interesting. Press that button.
Ah, so that's what that did.
Well, would you look at that? I found a secret door. That's cool. A wooden crate. Cloud arrowhead. I think I already checked that out. Yes? Yes, that did. Taking all your stuff because I can. Not sure why it doesn't count as stealing from there, but okay. There's something here I'm supposed to find. Oh, an iron key. Closet. Ooh, fun things. This now. There's the arrowheads. It's neat. Cool things. Potion. Oh, I can move these bales of hay for stuff. That's cool. Hey, a needle! Got a lot of thread. Secret storage room. Spooky, spooky. What do we got here? That's coin. Ooh, there's a chest here. Yes, resurrection scroll. What does this do? Cool. I'm gonna send that to the door. She's gonna need it. These baskets, no. Minor healing potion. Some fire arrows. A bloody dagger. Well, that's interesting.
A bloodied dagger? Could this have been involved in the crime?
It certainly piques one's interest, doesn't it?
Taking all these things. All your things I'm taking out. Let's open on that trophy. Open the basket. Open that basket. And I think that's everything we need from the cellar here. We're just gonna keys I can get rid of, I think. So just we can get rid of this key to Esmeralda's house. And just a key, we can get rid of the iron key because we don't use that. Oh, what's in this closet? More cloth. Neat. So we're just gonna sneak around and go back in the front door. I've never tried going in through that back room door into the main room to see what happens, and I'm not about to do it today. I've made too much progress. I can't afford to die again. Okay. Hey Esmeralda, I want to talk to you about some stuff. Think you can talk to me about some stuff?
The hunter returns! I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth.
Well, I want to talk to you about your husband's murder.
Listen, if you're going to accuse me of something, you would better find the evidence to back up your ridiculous claims.
How about this book?
Oh, that horrid tome of ill repute. It isn't mine, it was Jake's. He was a politician, don't you see? Always on the lookout for plotting rivals. Always trying to be one step ahead. Really, I should have thought a source hunter of all people would appreciate my dear husband's sense for survival.
And the knife?
Perhaps it is you who should explain your presence in my cellar. And the dagger? It's simply a butcher knife used by my late husband to cut meat. He did so love to cook, the dear. What'll you think of next? Accusing me of bashing him over the head with a frying pan?
Okay. So there's one more thing we need to go grab from the inn, and that's currently located in a chest. Yeah, you can actually take the evidence you find to Aureus and present like a circumstantial evidence case, but I prefer talking to Esmeralda about it. I don't know. I don't like to just point the finger at that poor lady without getting... I like pointing the finger at her without getting
Actually,
the
I
whole
think that's
story.
only roast pig.
Yes, yes.
I can't sit on this, not in this state. I didn't want to sit on the chair. But, oh my, what is this? A letter from the Duke of Farrell. First, we're gonna take this. And where's that in-chest key? I can get rid of that now. My word, that's
It's official. The Duke of Farrell is the worst poet in Rivellon.
In his defense, not much rhymes with murder.
There we go. So, we, mosey our way back this way. We can actually talk to the Duke of Farrell for a hot second. Hello, sir. How are you?
Ah, hello. I suppose you're here to viciously interrogate me for information I don't have, like our noble Captain Aureus before you.
Well, tell me about yourself, bro. Why should I not be interrogating you?
I am the Duke of Farrell. Though I suppose my name is in the mouths of enough ruthless gossipers that you've heard of me by now. Yes, she and I have a history. That's hardly a secret anymore. I quite doubt it was even a secret from Jake while he lived. As easy as it would be to pin suspicions on Esmeralda or I assure you that the affair was never so steamy and sordid as the busybodies around town make it out to be. Jake and Esmeralda had no great affection for each other. He had his interests, she had hers, and there was little passion left between them. Certainly not enough to fuel a murder.
Oh, well, it's a good thing you have, like, nothing good to trade. So I found the love letter you wrote.
Which one? I've written, Esmeralda, more works of lyrical mastery than I can count. All that letter proves is my devotion to my lady, not any actual intention to do away with Jake.
Do you know anything about the murder, though?
It's very tragic news. I won't posture and say that the counselor and I were anything near allies, but I truly never wish the man harm.
Alright, well, I think I'm just gonna mosey my way out. we're gonna go ahead and run back to Esmeralda and show her this note we found. Gosh, that poor woman. Being bombarded with awful poetry like that. I mean, it's very flattering, but wow.
My, what a strong and the hunter returns. I hope you are here to so, what piece of irrefutable evidence are you about to present me? Oh, don't put stock in the hastily scribbled words of a lovelorn fool. This letter, it was a show of passion. A poorly worded passion I did not echo in the least. The Duke, he's like a spoiled child. He's not a man. He's not like Septimus.
Jeez, lady. You've got... wow. Just wow. I'm not impressed with you. Not so much evidence against you, haven't you better not confess?
But all of it is circumstantial. I've a perfectly logical explanation for every piece of so-called evidence against me, and yet you've been trailing me like a bloodhound. People seem to want to believe I am guilty, so let me tell you something I've been keeping to myself. Perhaps it may yet lead to the true culprit. Over the last few months, Jake grew distant. Distant and dark somehow. Something in him changed. I can't quite put my finger on it, but he was no longer the gentleman he used to be. In fact, he scared me. It all began the day he met Evelyn, Master Theliron's apprentice. She healed him of what we all believe to be a fatal wound he suffered hunting boars. I think he became obsessed by her, or obsessed by the secrets I just know she holds. Talk to this woman. There is more to her than meets the eye. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if she belongs to that sect. You know, to those who worship a goddess without name and practice rituals of blood.
You know, this is something you definitely should have told the authorities when they first showed up at your door accusing you of murder. What else do you know about Evelyn?
I never liked her from the moment I met her. Men cannot see past her beauty, but I have gazed her in the eye and it was death that leered back at me. She hails from Silverglen, a village in the forest north of Sicil. How she made it past the undead without a Legion escort, I'll never know. Though I can hazard an eerie guess. If anyone killed my Jake, it must be her. She had her claws in him for many long months, and finally she must have cut too deeply.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna go now. Let's go talk to Evelyn again. See if she's got something to say about all of this. Okay. Man. This is the episode where all we do is talk to people. But that's most RPGs. You just sit around and talk for a while. Sometimes hours on end. So it makes D&D so much fun, actually, is the interpersonal reactions.
Sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Door.
How do you want to ruin
Now,
this
of course, if we
particular
come in
batch
here...
of party elixir?
Hey, wait a second.
Wormwood?
Evelyn's gone. What? That's crazy. Hey, Theliron. Where's your assistant? Because she disappeared.
To what do I owe the repeated pleasure, Source Hunter? Far be it from her to tell her master what in the seven's name she's up to. The girl flew from here like she just heard the location of the Philosopher's Stone. She even left her pouch unattended in the next room. Most unlike her, to be sure.
No, what about her pouch?
She usually keeps it within sight at all times. Very strange she'd leave it behind. It's in the next room if you'd like to take a look.
You know where she could have run off to?
I'd try her house, for starters. It's not far from here. I'll mark the location on your map.
Alright, thank you, Mr. Theliron. We're just gonna run in here, and I think her pouch... Yeah, we're just gonna take her backpack. Oh, there's a key to her house. Go ahead, and if we go right out the back door here, like so. Her house
spotted
is...
something.
Oh, yeah, we're not gonna do that. Her house is not this one, but this one over here. We want to go in this door. Technically, it's not breaking in through this door. I don't understand what the difference is between doors, but it's a thing. Shut this door in case Legionnaires come by. more scraps of cloth. So much cloth. Okay. Take these empty bottles.
More junk.
Everything's fat, don't you see? Let's check out this chest. Oh, hey, a reveal spell. That's interesting. Wonder what that's for. Here's her diary. As Dietmar arrives at the staff, I will be nearly unstoppable. How pleased the conduit will be. How great the rewards she'll grant when she sees the evidence of my dedication. The counselor will be of no concern to her now. Taking the necessary precautions to disguise the northwest beach layer for prying eyes, so that only those with knowledge of the spell may enter. I do say whose little terror taking control of the northern path leading there was quite the unexpected boon. Few of the fools who will face that monstrosity in my lair will remain undisturbed. Goddess guide me. I've word that the conduit has done away with the so-called White Witch. Good riddance. She haunts the cool forest like an ill phantom, wailing over the natural order. Without her meddling, the strong will rise, the weak will fall. As is their nature, the immaculate way will flourish.
So Madame Evelyn has a hideout somewhere along the northwestern beach.
Seems to me that should be the next stop in our investigation.
Yeah, it certainly does. A letter from the conduit. T tells me the hour is nigh. I can't again. Alright. Here is parchment. Okay, well, that's interesting. Secure lockbox. Oh, can I pick the lock? I can pick the lock. Yes. Yes, give me your things. What have we got? We're gonna give those to Dora. Identify the staff real quick. Neat. We'll send that to Leo for now. Take the rest of this stuff, but I think I can drop the key to Evelyn's house now. Because I don't need it anymore. Alright. So, we have some other things we should probably do. There's a mortician that we should talk to. Especially since she mentioned in her note that she paid a visit to the mortician. So something's shifty there. But, I think we're gonna go ahead and call it an episode here. Thanks for watching. We'll pick this up right where we left off.